Everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoterica and our side series, Like and Lounge. And today we're taking a look at House of the Dead 2. We're playing it on the Wii because that gives us the best video signal out for the capture, but obviously it came out originally on the Sega Naomi and then on the Sega Dreamcast. And I will say, if I was not playing Sonic Adventure 1 or 2 back in the 90s and 2000s, this was the game that was in my Dreamcast. I played this probably 20-30 times through to the point where I could beat it on one single credit. Now, I've lost a lot of my muscle memory and I can't do that anymore, but this game was one of my absolute favorite Dreamcast games. If you don't own this on some platform and you like House of the Dead or you like light gun games, just stop watching this right now. Come back and finish it, of course, but go on eBay and just buy it for something. The Japanese copy for the Dreamcast is dirt cheap. The North American version isn't too much worse. House of the Dead 2 and 3 remake on the Wii you can get for like 10 bucks. This game's cheap, and you definitely have to play it in some way or another. And the Dreamcast port is almost arcade perfect because the Naomi was just a more powerful Dreamcast. So really, the Dreamcast or the Wii version is going to get you so close to arcade perfect that you really don't have to worry about buying expensive arcade equipment to get the traditional experience like you have to do with the original House of the Dead. I love all the zombies that they have here. You got the flannel axe zombie, you've got that zombie with his eye popping out, chainsaw zombie, all the classic House of the Dead 2 enemies with an amazing soundtrack and awesome gameplay, awesome bosses. Just from start to finish, this to me is a perfect game for the genre. Now, there's definitely, games for the Dreamcast are going to have a lot more replayability, a lot more story, a lot more longevity, but something like this, I just love this genre of games, and this to me is a perfect example of when it's done right. Although the voices are kind of funny. You listen to this woman here, it's a really weird accent. I'll let you hear her. I'm not sure if she's British or American doing a British accent. Classic bad voice acting. And then you get this guy right here. I love the distortion they put on his voice, and it's a really challenging boss fight with Judgment here. Still the same tarot card theme, but you have to hit the flying bat. You cannot attack the large headless suit of armor with the axe. It's going to do nothing. But if you hit the bat, you get some damage. And as you get further into the boss fight, the bat keeps flying quicker and quicker, and then you actually have to hit him as that suit of armor falls, and it can be a real challenge when he comes in from the angle. You'll see I get him there, and he's dead. Great boss fight for the first stage. Perfect first stage. I just can't say enough good about this game, minus the voice acting. Listen some more.
Thank God you're all right.
What the hell's going on in this city?
Don't know, but it's very similar to the 1998 Syrian case.
That case?
James, go and prevent the confusion in the city.
Okay.
Let's meet at Sunset Bridge. We're counting on you, James.
Oh, that is so hard to listen to, even though I've heard it probably 100 times. I think when they made this game, they thought that was good voice acting too. I don't think it's tongue-in-cheek like House of the Dead 4 or Scarlet Dawn, where they have to intentionally be using bad voice actors. In this, I think they thought that was good at the time. But in this level particularly, the soundtrack is absolutely outstanding. What I'm going to do is just let you listen to a little bit of the soundtrack so you can get a sense of it, because I love this track.
What's gonna happen to the city?
We're flying right over the Sunset Bridge. Something or someone has. Hey, good.
Such a fun musical track, and I think the series in general has a great soundtrack. I know I keep ragging on House of the Dead 3, and I didn't capture it because I didn't really want to just sit there and, kind of tear it apart. Soundtrack on that is even not great, but I love kind of like the funky nature of the House of the Dead 2 soundtrack. The first game was more horror themed, but this one definitely like amps up the music to 11 and just gives you a lot to listen to. These owls here always irritate me because they always hit me. They've got such a weird pattern, unlike the zombies where you can kind of predict where they're going. Those birds just go back and forth and just totally destroy me. Unfortunately, this poor guy here, I saved him, his wife didn't get saved, and that's just a really unfortunate thing. I tried to save them both, but I wasn't able to. I think I saved this person? I don't remember, let's see. Ooh, actually I shot them right in the head. That was a mistake. But maybe she had it coming, or maybe Sega just wanted me to lose a life so they could get more quarters in the arcade. But in general, really I'm just showing the first part of this game, and it gets even better. Although I will say, I couldn't find my save on my VMU. I think I had plugged the wrong one in. So you definitely get more credits as you play this game more and unlock more features in it. We get a life up there, and we're able to just continue on with a little bit more life. But just go out and buy this game. It's so cheap. You're really doing yourself a disservice if you haven't played it. I really hope, like I said in a previous video, that they bring Scarlet Dawn home, because I actually haven't gone out to an arcade and play that yet. But I want to be able to play it at my house so I'm not dropping $30 while drinking. It'll be a lot cheaper in the long run to be able to play this game at my house versus having to go to an arcade and check it out. Although I will play it at one point in time, because I do want to see the cabinet and just get a sense of the overall gun, that full experience. Because they do bring it home, it's going to be with probably a Move controller or something, and you're not going to get that big gun in your hand. So we have the next boss coming up here. I do like the intros. It kind of reminds me of the whale that burst through the bridge in Sonic Adventure. Hierophant? I'm not sure how I pronounce that or if I'm pronouncing it right, but it is a really fun aquatic themed boss, and he's going to be able to call fish from the water to attack you. He's like the House of the Dead's version of Aquaman, can communicate with zombie fish. I don't know if they, he can communicate with a live fish, but definitely the zombies are able to be attacked, and you will see that we are able to put them down pretty quickly. All the bosses in this game are a lot of fun. All the bosses in all the House of the Dead games are a lot of fun, so it's just one of those things. Whatever version you're playing, as long as it's not House of the Dead 3, you're going to have a good time. But if you really love House of the Dead 3, leave me a comment below and tell me why I should stop hating it so much, because for some reason that game just never really stuck with me. I do love that voice acting here too, even some of the mispronunciations. When they say genome, they say genome, and that's definitely not how it's pronounced. Short of that, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Go down below, hit like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.